Hey, I'm Huck.
And I'm Dustin.
And welcome to Your Team Sucks. Ohio teams excluded.
Excluded.
That's what I said, excluded. So, anyway, this is our first YouTube video on our new channel. So, welcome. I'll tell you a little bit about me, and Dustin here will tell you a little bit about himself.
I'm an Ohio State fan, a Browns fan, Cleveland Indians, Cavs, of course, and this is going to be about Cleveland.
Alright, so as you can see, we're both from northeastern Ohio. Dustin here is from Warren. I'm also from Trumbull County here in Ohio. Now I should tell you, right from the start, Dustin is new to this whole YouTube thing. I don't know where he's been since 2005. I, on the other hand, have had two YouTube channels, one of them up since 2010. However, this is a whole new venture, Dustin and me. And I agree with Dustin. For the most part, this channel is going to be about Cleveland and Ohio State. It's going to be about the Cleveland Cavs. And that's going to be our discussion today. Our discussion today is, well, I don't know if you saw LeBron James' expletive-laden rant last night after they lost to the Pelicans. What do you think of that game last night? I didn't get it was one of the games I didn't watch.
Well, last night, Tristan Thompson was horrible.
Horrible.
Horrible. Couldn't guard nobody. And I would make a trade right now for Dwight Howard for Tristan Thompson.
Okay, whoa. Calm down, calm down. Dwight Howard is not the answer. There's a reason why he's been traded from team to team to team, but that's a different argument. What caught my attention this morning was I read the article on apparently this expletive-laden tirade. Now the Cavs have lost, what, 5 out of the last 7 games?
Yes.
And they haven't looked good. I mean, they got blown out by Golden State, but they've looked bad really well before even this 7-game, streak here. And so, I know Dustin and I have been, talking about their needs. And one of the things that I've been saying all along, through all of this, it seems like LeBron's argument is that they need another point guard. And I agree. I mean, Delly, say what you will about Delly. When we got rid of Delly, we had a guy who kind of grew into that job, but he was good for what, 8, 10, 12 points a game? He had that little floater, that little raindrop floater that he had. He had those little alley-oops to Tristan. He was tenacious on defense. And while you can, blame him for not being maybe the quickest guy or the tallest guy, certainly, that tenaciousness, that reputation he had for being a dirty player, which was, I think blown out of proportion. The fact was, he got under your skin. He frustrated players. And they would get out of their game. I mean, he would so frustrate players that they'd be more worried about getting their, hits on Delly that they would forget about what they were doing. They don't have anybody like that.
No.
My feeling, though, is that, aside from that obvious, differential what we've seen from the backup point guard, and I know that's where LeBron seems to be going, I felt that really what they've lacked is defense in the paint.
A big man.
Yeah, they have just given up way too many points in the paint, and they've been easy buckets. I mean, that's the difference. I see, even when Cleveland is scoring near their 110 points a game, they labor to do it. It's all outside shooting. It's all from the arc. And, and other teams are getting easy buckets in the paint.
Okay.
The thing I like about Tristan is that more and more teams with big men are bringing them, out onto the perimeter, opening up, the inside. And Tristan's one of the few big men that, you can trust to guard somebody on the outside. Your traditional big guy just isn't comfortable out there, guarding someone on the outside. And they're susceptible to a mobile big guy to getting around them and going to the bucket. And that's why, Tristan is so valuable, as their big guy. But I agree.
He was
there's
valuable
nothing.
last year when he was grabbing 9 offensive rebounds. This year he's averaging 2 or 3.
Well, at any rate, I feel like a big guy is one of the things. They need an enforcer. They need an intimidator, and they just don't have one.
They lost it with Anderson.
Well, they lost that with Anderson. And and I thought all along getting rid of Mozgov was probably a mistake. But what are you going to do? You can't afford to keep all of these guys. So, which brings us to, what do the Cavs do now? I mean, let's face it. I have followed LeBron since his junior year of high school, at least. That's a lot of years following this guy. And when this guy has a tirade where, I mean, I'm sorry, but this guy just doesn't cuss publicly. And I
Unless
don't
it was
remember.
the parade.
I don't remember this. When this guy lets loose with 5 expletives, including the F word 3 times, that's a 5-alarm fire, folks. That's a 5-alarm fire.
Carmelo Anthony.
Okay, and that's the name. Now, a couple of weeks ago, this came up. When Carmelo made these statements that he was, contemplating, well, he would leave the Knicks, he would consider getting out of that, waiving the no-trade clause, and there were only 2 or possibly 3 teams he would consider a trade to, and one was the Cavs. And I said at the time, this was about 2 weeks ago, that no way, I don't want this guy on our team. But you seem to be thinking, you think that LeBron is timing this tirade, to angle towards getting Carmelo, and you think maybe by trading Kevin Love?
That's who they want, Kevin Love. And my thing is, Kevin Love's 22-point scorer, Carmelo 22-point scorer. No defense, Kevin Love, no defense, Carmelo. But Carmelo will show up in big games. Kevin Love has not shown up in a big game.
If you're right, and I thought about this after you mentioned it. If you're right, that's what, LeBron is maybe seeking out of this, because, some of it does add up if you think about it. I'm not sold on this yet, but certain things make me think that maybe that's what's running through LeBron's mind. And the reason is because, I look at the comments that he made last night. While he never mentions, the power forward or small forward position, he certainly never mentions Carmelo Anthony, which I'm not even sure he'd legally be even allowed to do, given the way teams are. The fact that in his tirade he mentions, the burden that's on him and Kyrie Irving, and he never mentions Kevin Love.
Exactly.
He did not mention Kevin Love when he mentioned that. And, my thoughts go back to not the last game, but the game before, the game that they, what was it, 0.8 of a second left in the game. They had a chance to throw the ball in and go for the game-winning, or game-tying 3 as it turned out. Who had the open shot?
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love had a shot from the corner.
Air ball.
And it was an air ball. Now, would we be having this conversation today if he had hit that shot?
No.
And they went on to win that game?
No.
But he missed that shot. So, anyway, I'm not sure. I still feel, personally, that I don't think Carmelo Anthony, I feel that Carmelo Anthony could be a cancer on this team. He's never been with a really, consistently winning program before, and I think there's a reason for that.
He made it to the Western Conference Finals.
How long ago was that?
I have no idea.
Okay. I mean, this is a guy that's clearly looking for the money. I'm not even sure he'd settle for the kind of money he would get in a, if they were able to trade contracts with Kevin Love. And to be honest with you, doesn't Kevin Love have something to say in this? I mean, he's under contract. Is he under some kind of restrictions at all that he can't be traded?
No.
So they can just trade him anywhere they want him.
Yeah, there's 3 players that got it.
Now,
Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, and Dirk.
What is LeBron? What do their contracts look like? I mean, is there a big differential between what they're getting paid right now?
Kevin Love signed a 5-year, $113 million. Carmelo signed a 5-year, $122 million.
So we're not talking a huge amount of difference here between the.
No.
All right. Personally, I would like to see them get an intimidator, big guy. I'm not sold on the Carmelo Anthony thing.
Get Carmelo.
What are your thoughts? I'm going to add one last thing. We, as much as possible, would like this to be an interactive channel. We want to hear your thoughts.
Yes.
We want to give you a shout out. You have somebody you want to shout out.
Maury.
All right, now what's Amari's feeling on all this?
He believes we should trade Tristan. He believes we should trade Kevin Love. And he thinks we should get a new coach, head coach.
Wow, wow. Well, that's saying something. All right. Thanks a lot. I'm Huck.
And I'm Dustin.
Thanks a lot for watching.